What you are about to witness will contain violence, disturbing imagery, adult themes, and may leave you doubting who you thought you were. Proceed at your own risk.
Titus! Titus, where are you? Oh, fuck. Leah? Estrella? I'm chasing after him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for me.
Yeah.
Either observation or something magical, if you want to use that.
I think right now I am just looking, so I'll observe.
Hey.
$60.
I think it looks like, so that's a partial for you.
Yeah.
You see him. Ooh, I think you see him moving off deeper into the woods, chasing after this spider, Titus.
Yeah.
You can probably catch up to him, I think, is what you would assume with that partial. Oh.
Do I hear, Leah and Estrella at all?
No.
I think I'm gonna chase after him. If I can catch up to him, then I think it'll be okay, so. Hopefully they heard me yelling. Yeah, I'm chasing them.
Okay.
Idiot.
Go ahead and roll again. See if you can catch up with him. This is your body skill.
Okay. Oh. 25.
Success. You chase after him deeper into the woods. And I think before I tell you what you see and what you catch up to, we're going to switch over.
Okay.
We're going to go to Estrella and Leah.
Did you just see that?
Jude! Jude! I did, but... She was there one moment and I turned to look at you. The clearing doesn't even look the same anymore.
This is why we don't do shit alone, and we don't plan stupid shit like this. Okay, right now Jude's the priority. She's chasing after him, right?
Right.
Okay,
I saw that spider.
I have thoughts, but I'm gonna shut up, and we're gonna go and try and get Jude, yeah? Yeah?
All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Lead the way. I trust you.
Question for you both, actually. I just want to know how it is that you experienced everything that just happened with that ritual. Because you guys rolled really well. You weren't there presently, but somehow you knew everything that was happening. And I'd love to know just how you interpreted that.
Could our perceptions of it be different?
Yes, absolutely. You know exactly what happened, but that doesn't mean you perceived it the same way. I'm curious.
Shall I go first? So, in the moments leading up to the ritual, I think that Estrella had walked away and I went to console her. I think while I was, I heard, sounds from behind me in the clearing where they were, in the wood. And, I'd like to think that they were much further than they seemed to be. It's almost as if when we turned around, we were granted a vision of what was actually there. Like it's strange, like the leaves themselves was some sort of telescope almost, they seemed to lens inwards and we could see what was happening. Then I turned to look at Estrella. I looked back and there's nothing but thick brush and leaves blocking that general direction. I can't see them anymore. It was once a clear, open copse I could see everything going on, the ritual, Kinnison, Jude, Titus. Nothing.
For me, when a street is super hot and you start to see that kind of haze over it? It was like a film over everything. It was slightly shaking as I was watching.
So you could see everything. How did you react to that? Did you feel like this was an intrusive vision, or is this something that, because I feel like you specifically did not want to know what was happening here. You want to know part of what was happening here.
I don't know. It was either my mind trying to block it out a little bit so that I didn't get to see it. But when you're very naturally curious or naturally protective of something and you watch anyway.
Yes.
Like I watched Razroth and all of that. It's kind of like a combination, I guess. It's like I was forcing myself to watch even though I didn't want to.
Do you think you would have been able to look away?
No.
Okay, cool. All right, sorry, please continue.
Regardless of what we saw or can't see now, the truth is, we don't see them anymore. I think I'm alone right now. I'm with Estrella, but I'm alone. Jude's not here. Vega's not here. I think Estrella would see that I am uncharacteristically vacant, I want to say. I'm staring at the woods, but I'm not really making any movements to go there. I'm lost.
Leah?
Estrella. She's gone.
She's not gone. She went that way, but we have to go catch up with her, okay? Are you okay?
Very well. I'm fine. I should not have let that happen.
That wasn't you who did that, okay? We can talk about regrets, we can talk about how pissed off I am, we can talk about how annoyed you are at something. But if we don't start moving, you're gonna get further and further away.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Then let's move.
Alright.
It's fine.
Stay together. This place is I don't like it here. Alright?
Right.
Okay. We saw which general direction, based off of our rolls from last week, the kind of direction that Jude would have run, or would you like us to roll for it again?
Go ahead and roll. Sorry.
Go ahead and roll again.
Okay.
Perception.
Whatever you want to use, you can also use divination. I will allow it.
And I'm assuming there's no shift.
Would you like to argue that there's a shift?
Well, I was watching very, very closely
That
the
sounds
entire
like
time.
a reason for a shift for me.
I would like a negative shift if possible because they're not here anymore.
Yep.
And because of my current state, I think that I'm just going to be using my eyes as opposed to anything magical.
All right.
34 partial success.
Perfect.
98.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay. This one will be simple. Astray, you have no clue which direction that she went. Somehow, Leah, you have a shift and you still know. Why is that? Did you see it and maybe you just know? Like you didn't see it, but you have a feeling?
I think that I'm highly perceptive. I think that even while talking to Astrea, I don't think my eyes have really left where I saw them. So she's free to follow my gaze if she will, but I just know that they're in that general direction. Where I was looking, that's where it was. I think that in all our talking, in all our getting turned around by the forest and its ways, I think that it's almost like a magnetic north when it comes to the other two. And so I know.
Did they go that way?
I lift a hand and point in the general direction of where my eyes are still locked on.
Are you sure? I could swear it was.
No. There. But, we have to hurry.
Okay.
They were moving at such a speed.
All right. Let's go.
So you two go into the wood. All right. Perfect. Let's go back to Jude. Jude, you see Titus running away into the wood, chasing after his spider version of himself. How hard is this for you, the deeper you go into the woods?
I definitely think I'm feeling my body is heavier as I run. I thought I would be able to catch up to him. I thought I would have caught up to him by now. So it's taking me... I suppose you could argue I misused my energy because I thought I would catch up to him, so I ran too fast to start with, but he seems to be faster. Starting to feel a bit like soup, I guess, in here.
Yeah.
Thick air.
Do you have any hesitation as you run into these woods at all? Or is it just you are blindly chasing after him to stop him from going in? And why are you doing that? Do you know?
I don't think I'm blindly chasing after him. I am deeply uncomfortable. I don't feel... I'm concerned about the further away I'm getting from where I was to start with. I know these woods are dangerous. I think there was something... First of all, I think I could catch up to him. I thought I could catch up to him quickly, so I didn't think that I was going to be lost. But I think also my experience of him and my experience of the magic we just did has really sort of infiltrated my sense, I suppose, my thinking. I feel incredibly close to him now. Like, almost more than... It's like I could know how he felt about things firsthand almost, whereas even with Leah and Vega, I could only ever rely on what they told me and then hope that what they told me was true and hope that what they told me was a full explanation of what they were feeling, but how does anyone fully explain what they feel? So I think I always have this sense that I will never truly understand how they are feeling or how they feel about me or anything.
Now that you've had this experience with Titus, you mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of illuminated the fact that you've never actually been this connected with anybody before?
Yeah, I think I always had a feeling or worry like, oh, am I... Yeah, I guess the trust that, you know, Leah and Vega were always portraying exactly how they felt to me, so I didn't have to figure it out, or I could just trust that what they were telling me was true. Is now, yeah, I'm not sure about it. I don't know if I was always unsure about it. I feel like maybe a little, but now it's definitely glaring to me. And yeah, I feel very connected to Titus. So anyway, yeah, that's...
Do you think everyone feels this way, or just you? In life, I mean.
I'm not sure it bothers everyone else the way it might bother me. I think maybe people are fine not knowing, or they are okay having the information that's put in front of them. But I've always, I think, felt uneasy, scared that I don't have all of the information and therefore I cannot provide what anyone needs. If I don't know. If they don't know and if I don't know. Just kind of hoping for the best. Maybe that's how everyone else feels too. But they don't seem to be so bothered by it.
I think as you are running, you're starting to catch up to him. Do you call out to him, or do you just full on chase?
I'm calling out, Titus!
Okay.
Telling him to stop.
Eventually he stops and he turns around. And it is Leah, not Titus, who stands before you.
Jude?
Leah?
Jude! There you are!
Leah.
I run up to her and I grab her by both hands. I found you!
Goodness. Yes. You're in this wood as well. You heard me then. You heard me call out to you.
No, I didn't. I'm so glad I could find you.
How did you know? If you didn't hear me.
I saw.
Oh.
I saw you.
Okay. I'm glad to see you.
You left me. Just now. How could you?
I didn't know I was leaving you.
What do you mean by that? I wasn't there. You saw me go after Astrea. And you pushed on. You left me. I think at this point, Jude, you feel me. And the grip on my hands tightening ever so slowly. You're meant to be my ward. Jude?
I am.
You for me. And I for you. Jude?
I am. I'm sorry.
Jude, does our bond mean nothing? Does this? And I reach to her wrist and I grab a band on her wrist. Does this mean nothing? Jude! Then Blake guard! And I throw it to the ground.
It turns into a dark snake and it slithers away.
Jude.
No, you...
Shut up, Jude! You abandoned me. Again.
You are not real.
Again.
Oh, I am
You are
very
not
real,
real.
Jude. No, I am
Jude.
so very real, Jude. You're a disappointment. You'll never be good enough. You never have been good enough. Quite frankly, you disgust me. My grip gets stronger in her hands.
You are not real. I try to pull my hands from him.
I'm as real as this very forest, Jude.
You are from a different place.
Oh no.
You have a different Jude.
Oh no, I am from here. I belong here more than you. What do you think? Jude,
Jude.
you're a disgrace.
I try to pull my hands from him and just walk away. Pass him. Walk on.
You can't. My grip sustains. In fact, it feels less like hands, more like manacles, almost. If you try and push against me, I feel like one of the trees, you might say.
Let me go.
No,
Stay.
stay here, Jude. You're better off here in the woods than out there with them, you know this.
Prove your worth, Jude.
Never good enough. Don't you agree?
Yes, but it doesn't hurt me as much as you think.
Oh. Is that so? Care to elaborate, Jude?
Jude.
You're not saying anything I don't already know. So let me go.
Very well. But, try not to get lost now. Jude.
This way.
I sink into the ground and disappear with the leaves.
Jude.
Look around.
Jude. Jude.
Vega?
Jude, is that you? Oh my god. Why did you run off here on your own? You were supposed to stay with Leah, you know that. Come on. You can't just... For Titus of all people, come on. You need to go back. I thought I'd lost you. You know,
the
We know
rumors
where they
about
are.
these woods. They're back where you left them.
Titus is still missing.
He made his own choices, Jude. We can't baby him. Come back.
We can't leave him here in the woods, no?
Why not?
Because he's a person, we can't leave. We can't leave people.
But the person that hurts other people. Come on. We don't need that. We don't need that traveling with us. We don't need that ruining things for everybody, messing with their heads. You know that. Come on, you're always so sensible. Sensible Jude, who knows what to do, who does the right thing, who plays by the book.
Worthless Jude.
Sensible Jude would come with me because she knows it's the right thing to do.
Jude? Jude, are you here?
Airfare.
I hear you, but I don't quite see you.
All right. Vega is here as well.
Is that who you think you're talking to right now?
Clearly
She doesn't
not.
think. She knows. You trust me, don't you,
Careful.
Jude? You trust me. Don't listen to him.
What is it whispering to you?
He's been a trick all along. All the time I was spending with him was all a trick. You knew that. When I came back, I wasn't the same, and nothing was the same. But you knew that, didn't you? Because you're smart. And you're so very brave. And you see through things in a way that nobody else does, don't you, Jude?
Don't
She
listen
is
to it.
flattering me.
Yes, that sounds about right. Can you hear my voice coming from any particular direction?
Can I? So I speak again.
Jude?
Try to follow the sound of my voice.
Her face,
Ignore
Jude.
the creatures of this place.
Jude, why would
I'm
you
walking
listen
left.
to him over us?
What did he do to her face?
It's very difficult to find you. You're too deep into this forest. Alone.
Do you trust him more than you trust me, Jude? Is that what it is?
I'm
You don't
walking
trust me
towards
anymore?
Airfare's voice.
You might be next.
Always trying to play catch up, aren't you, Jude? Never quite good enough. Never quite good enough for yourself. For any of us, for Leah.
That's better. Thank you. Airfare, please keep talking.
Yes, simply follow the sound of my voice.
Yes.
I'm not gonna leave you.
Step 2. Getting louder, clearer, if you're able to follow it.
Convocation. Forward space and bring the source.
I think I see something. I'm going to hold out my hand. Hold out yours.
I hold out my hand.
Don't leave us.
Stay a while longer, Jude.
I shall help you now to block out the sounds. We can make our way back. If
We'll
that's all right.
miss you.
Step 1. Conjuration. Gather your power. Step 2.
I touch his hand.
Divination.
Good.
Locate
Close your
source.
eyes.
Step 3.
Close my eyes.
Gather your power.
Fold space and bring the source.
Concentrate on
Listen to him.
the sound of my voice.
Like that.
Do you see my hand?
Yes.
Do you see it clearly?
Liar.
No.
Yes.
I plunge the hand into her chest and pull her beating heart out.
Step 1. Step 2. Divination. Locate your source.
You failed me, Jude. Again?
Space keeps bringing the source.
Jude falls to her knees, clutching her chest. There is a gaping hole where your heart should be. And then someone steps forward.
Jude? Holy fuck. What? Jude! I fall to my knees and I look at her. Well, you did this to yourself, didn't you? You weren't strong enough?
Never strong enough.
You couldn't even keep hold of Titus. You just let him do whatever he fucking wanted. You knew how stupid that was, right? You're supposed to be responsible, right?
I'm still alive.
Are you?
Ellie.
Are you alive if you're barely living? Still? Or if you're not taking advantage of that life?
Who's that?
If you're not protecting others with that life? You just let everything fall apart. Is that what you're used to? You want to let all the pieces fall apart and then have Vega console you? Well, guess what, Jude? You were fucking worthless.
I'm alive!
You're a dog! That is what you are! Following around with your tail between your fucking legs! Oh. Does the puppy want a treat? Let me give you a little advice, Jude. Maybe you start taking control of your life instead of being a fucking little puppet. You might be able to make some sort of change.
How heartless. Ironic.
We're just gonna sit there and whimper.
What would you prefer? I'm good at enduring.
Well, sometimes enduring isn't enough, Jude. Stand up and get the fuck to your feet and do something.
I stand up.
You really are a dog?
I turn and I walk away. Is that it? That's all you have for me. My own thoughts. My own past. My own pain. I know it too well.
Do you?
It's mine.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it? Who are you?
And why do you persist?
I'm good at enduring.
We shall see.
Where is Titus? Wood?
With me. Where he
Give him
shall
back.
remain evermore.
No.
Yes.
Where is he? Where are you?
What would you need him for?
Nothing. I don't need any of you. I simply am.
So you consume with no meaning.
I will consume everything and everyone.
To what end?
The end.
The end.
The end.
Of your world, and their world, and his world.
All worlds.
For I am a hungry beast.
You're not very good at eating then, aren't you?
We shall see.
Hungry. Hungry.
So hungry.
So hungry.
Give me Titus.
Titus.
No. Tell me,
I would like...
how well would you endure if you found yourself suddenly a child? Lost in the wood.
Afraid.
Small.
Is that not when we learn to endure? As children? I have been this way a long time, Wood.
Prove to me your worth.
Worthless.
Prove it.
Can you do what needs to be done? You know what I'm talking about. If you promise me now that when the time comes, you can do what needs to be done, I will let you out.
A promise is a promise.
Freedom.
Equal trade.
Or do you want to be in a cage forever?
Trapped.
Tick-tock.
Tick
that is a no.
Can I divine where this wood... What is this wood's power? Where is it coming from?
Tell everyone what you see.
What do you see, Jude?
I see black roots that seem to be made of water, black water. But it's like a root system that... It's like veins in an eye. And the wood is like an iris. The veins go through the whole thing. I will not make that promise. I will not.
But you will. You have.
Then why don't you let us go now? If I already have.
I don't know. Why don't I? Where do you think my power is coming from, Jude? Who do you think is keeping you here? Me? Or you?
Is it you?
I begin walking backwards. I'm walking backwards out of this wood. As I'm doing it, I would like to see if I can reach out and find Titus. With my magic. And I close my eyes and I can't feel him. I can't see him. But I know that I can't be alone in here. And I think we have to find another way. Oh God. I'm leaving him. I'm leaving him here. I'm leaving him.
No.
I'm leaving him.
Don't leave.
No.
Stay.
How could you leave him?
Abandoning him to die like everybody else.
I'm leaving him, and I don't want to. I pull out my sword, and I'm prepared to fight my way out of here.
Don't leave.
Jude!
Not
Drill
again.
instructor! What do you mean?
I told you, Wood.
Wood?
You cannot
Jude.
hurt me, Wood.
Jude. My hands are up.
It
What's
is my
going on?
own
Hysterical.
pain! Wood!
Jude?
You cannot! I stab him.
Jude! Jude! No!
What have you done?
Why? Why?
I am walking backwards out of this wood, and I am leaving Titus. And I am leaving.
And Leah.
I am going back to Leah.
Are you?
I am returning.
To what do you return?
How long have I been in here? If I was running, I turned and I began running in the direction that I believe I came, the direction I was walking backwards in. I'm looking for light because it's very dark. Do I recognize anything from where I am? I'm looking to see if I recognize anything.
I think you do.
I'm following the path out.
Jude. Jude, take my hand. Jude. Come on, take my hand. I take both of her hands.
Yeah.
I've got you, okay? You're fine. You're safe. I've got you. Come on. Nothing's going to hurt you, okay? You're safe. You're safe. Breathe, Jude. Breathe. Breathe. What did they do to you?
It was me. It was my pain. It was me. It was my pain.
It's not gonna hurt you anymore, Jude, okay?
Where's Leah? Where is Leah?
He's fine. He's fine.
Oh, Titus is gone. I left him.
We'll deal with Titus together. You shouldn't have gone alone, please. We can do this together, like we always have, okay? Please. We're gonna get you out of here.
Okay.
And I take both of her hands and I lead her out of the woods quickly, without breaking eyesight from her. We get to the edge of the woods and I wipe away her tears.
There she is. Is that
okay.
Vega?
Judy, she's okay. She's okay. She's okay.
I run to Leah.
Jude.
I fall to my knees.
I meet her on one knee. Jude.
Sorry.
Sorry for what, Jude?
I'm sorry.
Jude. I reach out to embrace her, and I just pat her in the back of the head as I pull her towards me, and I say, Jude, sorry for what? You're here.
I don't let go of her the entire time. I'm just holding on to her.
I look up to Vega. Thank you.
What?
Jude. I put two hands on her shoulders and I kind of like hold it at arm's length almost to look at her in the eye. You're here. We're all here. We're safe, Jude. What happened in the woods?
Don't go in there.
I take my cloak off and I wrap it around her.
Thank you. I bring up a hand to wipe a tear away, and I say, I've never seen you like this before. I look up at Vega, concerned.
And I look just as concerned back, a mirror of Leah's own face.
Hey, look at me. Look at me.
Yeah.
Jude. You're safe. You are here. We are here with you. Go on, repeat that after me. You're safe.
Safe is relative, though. What did they... I've never seen you like this before, Jude.
I'm sorry.
No, why are you apologizing? Don't do that. Please don't do that. Are you okay?
Yes. Yes. I'll be okay. I'll be okay. I'll be fine. Titus is in there. I left him. Thank you for...
Let me stop you right there. You didn't leave him. He made a choice. Despite everyone around him saying not to. Despite not talking to anyone about it. Despite not taking a moment and remembering how many people are around him just like you have around you. You did not leave him. Okay?
Estrella. He didn't think it was a choice. He didn't feel he had a choice. He's scared. I can feel him. He's scared. I don't know how to find him. I can't go.
I will find him. I felt him once.
That's right. We have the mage.
Have we not seen how doing shit alone ruins things?
Then we will all go.
How many
We're together.
instances?
Go together. We'll go together.
Together.
Jude.
Wait.
Do you want to go back in there? You don't have to.
If we're together. And we're together.
Take my hand and don't let go. No matter what, okay?
The bond between you two is strong. Vega could sense there was something wrong, and I was literally in the past. Vega lost in a memory, and yet you were able to find her. You will not lose each other again, no matter where you go, no matter how lost you feel. You'll never be alone.
I reach out and I put my hand on Lear's shoulder and I give it a good squeeze.
Easy, drill instructor. I reach out and I hold her back the same. Come on then. And I try and help her back to her feet. I tap her shoulders twice for good luck and I say, come on, cheer up. We're together.
Before we go too much further, I would like to know what happened. How did Vega and the apprentice get her out? Your roles are the only reason you were able to do that, by the way. And you know that.
We tried to destroy the wood.
Yeah, you did.
I attempted to shield our friends while Vega... Well, how did you try to destroy it? Fire? Erasure?
Yes, I need to know this.
I guess it would have been a fire, but all I saw was ashes. Just the ashes of the wood. Burned down trees. Embers floating, smoke, but there was never any flames. I just felt the despair that I had never felt before. And I just knew it was Jude. There was a flavor to it, like I recognized it. But I didn't know where she was until I really started thinking about burning the woods down, and in my mind's eye, I could see the entire wood decimated. Nothing left. There were spaces between the trees, and in those spaces I saw Jude. Clear as day right there. So I let myself be the embers between the trees, and I found her. But I suspected it was a trick.
Why did you think this?
For Jude to be in a state such as that is not... For something like that to have affected Jude the way it did. I've never, ever seen her like that. It's usually me that gets in an emotional state. It's never Jude. It's usually me wailing and despairing. I thought it was just a projection of myself. But I had to know for sure. I couldn't just leave her.
Apprentice, what did you do to help her?
After returning from the past to find Vega in distress, I suspected that she would try and destroy the forest. I suspected it wouldn't be difficult. I placed a hand to her shoulder, and as she cast her spell, I simply cast one of my own. I did little more than to attempt to summon away the magic that would have potentially struck our friends and comrades. Yet the spell failed, or rather it was countered, or perhaps it wasn't strong enough for the dread magic within the forest.
I think I can tell you exactly, because this is pretty important. While it was entirely possible for you to actually get rid of the wood's presence here in this section, and it's incredibly difficult. However, the rolls were not on the screen, so you couldn't see, those watching could not see. It was a 28 from Vega and a 14 from the apprentice. This is the only reason they were able to go in and grab Jude, and I think you are both very aware of this fact. The apprentice and Vega, you both know that this forest reeks of this terror that you felt with that magic before. This is the magic that you continually try to use, but it doesn't seem to be controlled by anyone. It feels like it's leaking. And I think you suddenly know this is coming from the wound. You can follow it all the way back. This is the biggest lead you have for the location of the wound. And it is still incredibly dangerous to traverse inside it. However, the two of you will now have a +10 shift in dealing with navigating, entering, exiting, or communicating through the wood, should you choose to do so, because of this knowledge that you have gained.
I would relay some of this to the group. I went back to the casting of Razroth's spell.
You what?
The spell that Razroth cast in order to bring water back to Din for a few short years, but it was surprisingly difficult. The older I get, the harder it is to pinpoint when things happened for me and when things happened along the true stalk of time. For me, it's been 6 years. For Vega, it has been 5. The rest of you, 4. Next time, Vega, I would suggest that you come with me. Perhaps Raz, too. This wood here seems to be an extension of the wound.
Hold that thought. And I think for the first time since Jude has shown up, I'm going to lock eyes, not on Jude anymore. I'm going to move my focus from her to the mage, and I'm going to ask, for what reason did you go to see Razroth steal the sun?
There is a particular source of magic that we have become acutely aware of. We've come to call it dread magic, for it inspires fear. However, both the Razroth here and the other Razroth seem to have a natural affinity with it in some way. I suspect that the enemy have been using it to achieve whatever goal they seek to achieve, the end of us all.
That's what the wood said. That's what the wood said. It said that it was going to eat, that it was hungry, and that it was going to eat everything, this world, the next world, all the worlds, till the end of everything.
Well, that tracks. I would like to know more about this magic source, but it's extremely dangerous, temperamental.
And
So,
horrible.
you went back to learn how to do what he did, or to experience how he did what he did?
No. I have seen him many times cast that spell. I have gone over in my mind different ways of helping or changing the events. One time I was stopped by myself, an older version of myself, and though it was possibly the most difficult thing I've ever had to do, I did not intervene. Yet, now I suspect perhaps the enemy had a part to play. That possibly this dread magic, the magic that Razroth is able to conjure or understand naturally, perhaps it is not his hand, or perhaps his hand is guided by another darker source.
Interference.
I wish to learn whether Razroth did cast that spell, whether the exceptional circumstances that followed was simply what you call debt magic, or whether there was something foul at play, and that this was the catalyst for what is happening here, the wound and the destructions of these many worlds.
And how would you propose you would protect yourself, Mage? Not that I would be too remiss, but do you remember how many people died that day the sun was stolen?
Many more will die if we are unsuccessful. You can blame Razroth for now, but I intend to figure out whether it was indeed Razroth, and a foolish, misguided attempt to bless Fhaelin with water, or whether it was something else, creating a back door to allow itself in.
You see, here's the thing. One day, after months of drought, the rains came back. Then months after, the rains went back. We lost countless civilians, people. The moisture stripped from their very being. Back to wherever the hell Razroth got in the first place. I just fear if you go back, you might, in some way, shape, or form, be entering whatever contract it was that Razroth drew up in the first place.
It is possible, but how else do you suppose we get the answers that I need?
Let Razroth do it.
I would have to train him.
And if Razroth was influenced in some way to begin with to use a particular style of magic, or who's to say he wouldn't be influenced when he goes back to sea?
Vega's right. I think my expression shifts while talking to the mage, and I say, well, it would be some sort of sacrifice, would it not? I suppose. You'd be risking a lot. The events as they've unfolded have already happened. But should you go back, witness, and then come back, who knows what would happen to you?
Every step you've ever taken is a step into the unknown, is it not?
There's a chance that observing it alone might change the outcome.
Of course.
How do we
It's just like everything else. Doing it alone is what fucks everything up.
I must know. I must pull at this thread.
Even if it kills you?
I suspect it shall.
But we're not going to let that happen, are we? We're going to do everything we can to not let that happen, aren't we?
Yes.
look to Vega. Then I look back to the mage. Then I say yes. I still hate you though. Then I look back at Jude. And the place where the hole where her chest is. Where the hole was. And back at him. And I step back.
If we are to head into this woods, it's very likely it will prey on our weaknesses, on our hatred.
Yes, it will.
Before we do any of that, the other Razroth.
Yes, where
He
is
left.
What do you mean he left? Left where?
I look over at his sword.
What happened?
He parted ways. He spoke to us, you know, in the way people do when they're leaving on journeys, and, well, as far as I know, he just hopped to another world to help another me, another us. However, Estrea's right. When he did, I unsheathed my sword. This started to, I'm not really sure how to explain it, but, the way it was handling before, the weight, it's gone. But so is the glimmer.
It's lighter again?
More than lighter. And I, do a flourish, and, I think you would see that the weapon itself kind of moves like it's like maybe a training sword, not like a full-on heavy, full-weight sword, and I just sheath it again.
Leah, he sacrificed himself.
What?
He sacrificed himself.
What do you mean he sacrificed himself?
He didn't tell me everything, but I could just feel it. And he knew it.
No.
He knew that
Destroy
I
the
knew.
creature.
I don't know.
Foolish.
But he's not of this world anymore. That's the important thing, right? That means we can bring our Razroth back.
I suppose.
We have a choice then. We can go back, see what myself, Vega, and Razroth are able to learn of the dread magic of that day. Perhaps we can find more information before we move into these woods, so saturated with that magic, or we can waste not another second and chase after Titus.
Jude, how long were you in the woods for?
I don't know.
How long did we perceive her away for?
It's a great question. Go ahead and roll for me. Anybody who wants to try to gauge time after being in there. Vega and the apprentice do not need to roll, or if you choose to roll to get better info, you can. But remember your +10 shift in dealing with the old wood.
I don't
What would
care
be
how long she was in
rolling?
there. I've lost all sense of time at this
Yeah, I
point.
figured. Okay. Divination works. You can choose to use magic, or you can choose to just use your own circadian rhythm, I guess.
In that case, I roll a 49, so still partial success.
And Vega also rolled a 42, partial success. Did you want to as well, Estrella?
Sure.
Estrella, I think it's narratively this makes sense to me that you, because you've witnessed everything, the ritual, and then saw her leaving, that everything's pretty jumbled for you. Is there anything you'd like to add as to why you can't properly gauge a sense of time?
I think because none of this still makes sense, like it makes any sense to me anyway, still.
Okay.
All the timelines, all the concepts of time when Erifir said, yeah, it's been 6 years for you and 4 years for you. It's a lot.
Right. Okay. The other two, I think you are aware, it's only a partial, but I think that you are aware that time moves differently in the Old Wood. And I think you know you have control over it. How much time passes.
How long did it feel in that moment, though?
I think that's up to Jude. How long were you really in the Old Wood, Jude?
Alone or during the ceremony with Titus?
Both.
I think I was in the ceremony with Titus for
That probably took a while.
about a couple hours.
Yeah, I would say.
And then I was in the wood alone for it's either 30 minutes or 6 hours. Somewhere.
I like
It's either
that
those
answer.
two.
I like that answer, and I actually like the answer that it feels like both.
Yeah.
Which I know sounds very strange, and it's probably the first time you've ever experienced anything like this, unless you're the apprentice.
Mm.
Where somehow it is both mere seconds, but also a part of you thinks it was 6 hours.
Why did Titus go in there? Does Titus want to be found?
Yes. He does want to be found.
Then we should find him.
Us.
I think that
I
is
should-
of... Sorry, Jude.
Sorry, I should tell you all. Something happened in the ceremony, the spell, the magic thing. I connected very deeply with Titus. I looked to Estrella. All his feelings, thoughts, some memories, it seems. He's kind of all in here now, a little bit. Not really a little bit, but anyway, I thought you should all know. He's an idiot, but he cares a lot. And he's an idiot in pain. Aren't we all?
Aren't we all?
Fate is a tenuous thing. The future, it balances delicately on the head of the king. One man destined to protect and reign over all people, Their quiet lives are only so quiet because the king stands as a wall between them and their doom. They know not of the real nature of the world, of the true calamity of existence. It is only through the king that they have futures to hope for. For if they knew what awaited them at every moment, they would collapse into destruction. Stability. Stability is the greatest gift given. That stability is honed and crafted every single day by the crown and is wielded by his noble knights. We are the king's hand, the sentinels of future, of peace, of hope, and of stability. Duty and honor bound, through our might we form the pillars of civilization. But what is stability without faith? And when did mine leave me?
Hello, hello, hello. Holy shit.
Hi.
Hi. How we doing? That was insane. Brad's fucking face right now. Exactly how we all feel. That's perfect. Mirggles, you're going first.
Oh God,
That was
I was actually
insane.
making notes. I'm sorry.
Saturn.
No. Okay.
I have to really remember to make notes for this show.
Yeah.
Oh,
God.
Shout
I think everyone found out who I was today through the voices of my enemies. Yeah, that was hi, I'm Mirggles. I am a little bit on Saturn at the moment, but that was really fun. That was a good time. Good time, boy. New
you're in the
York
Shire.
City.
There was a moment when you started for real crying, and I actually had to kind of just not look. I was like, I can't watch this. This is very painful.
I had to look into the camera instead
Yeah.
of Mercs. Otherwise, I was like, no, I can't. No, I
Yeah.
just watched every bit of it. Cry.
It was
You know
fucking
what?
brutal,
After today,
dude.
that doesn't surprise me. Rhea actually, I mean, I know everything tore her heart out, but Rhea actually tore her
Yeah, that was nuts.
Good lord.
That was crazy. I
Dude,
also
it was
I had a totally different plan. Not really, but I kind of, I had a different idea. And then Mirggles types in the fucking group chat, feel free, PB, to mentally fuck with Jude while she's in the old wood. And I was like, the credits were rolling. And I went, I mean, okay. Who's down to fuck up Jude? Also, oops. But also,
So you
I
have chosen
just...
violence.
It's a neat way to see a character who is otherwise very stoic and not necessarily revealing themselves through conversation. If we can see and learn a little bit more about Jude through her fears, then my goodness, we're learning more about her in that way, which I just thought was not immediately just want to jump on let's mentally fuck up Jude for the sake of doing it, but it's a neat way to take a lens to a character and take a look at them.
Yeah, because she doesn't, like you mentioned, it's one thing that I've, I guess, not struggled with, but one thing that I have to keep in mind is, like, Jude is not a conversationalist. She's not going to, you know, like, come out and start talking about, like, all the stuff or her thoughts or anything. It was, like, a really fun character to build for an RP, like a tabletop show who doesn't speak and doesn't show any emotion, pretty much. Yeah, so this was like a real pleasure. I mean, this one and like last week where she got to talk kind of about some of her fears in her past a little bit.
Yeah,
was really cool. So
it's what allowed me to be like, what if you're a kid in the wood, right? Without that, I would have had no idea that that's something that she's very afraid of. So that's, you know, that was really cool too. And also just like the old wood, I really wanted the old wood to kind of be the, you know, terrifying. And it's hard to do that without actually having somebody in there to experience kind of what that is like. So
yeah, I think also for me it was just a really cool experience because I think like I was not here. Like I felt really like in character in every sense of the word, and I was really shocked at like some of the reactions that she was having, I guess. Like none of it was planned or anything. I wasn't sitting there like thinking of what I was going to say next or anything. It was all really cool and like, yeah.
You could tell you were really in the moment there.
Yeah, it was really, really good.
Yeah.
Especially when you cried.
Yeah.
Bro, the crying.
It was so good, man. Holy shit.
It just happened, man. I was like, Vega, New York City.
Hey, I'm a big in New York City.
Anyway, that's enough for me. Thank you so much.
Do you remember that song, Mergs? That song that played when Vega came to get you? It's Jude's theme, but I don't think I've used it yet.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
And it just fit, dude. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh my heart.
I looked at it and I went, hopefully this is good. which is half of production.
I remember
live
it was like kicking in. I love how I say, I remember like it was 10 years ago when it was really 20 minutes ago, but it feels like it was 10 years ago. I was in the wood. Thank you so much. Today was a pleasure and a joy.
Mm-hmm.
Who's next? Myre.
Hello, my name is Myre. I played Leah Van Blakeguard today. What a day it was. I also played Leah Van Blakeguard today, and that was kind of creepy. But yeah, like, it was a really awesome episode today. I loved, I love all the highlight episodes we have every now and then, like where a character is in focus, and it was a real treat, not only to like, to get more of an insight into like, Jude as a character, because again, as Mirggles said, Jude's fairly stoic, and so, you don't really get much out of her when it comes to like personal stuff, and so to have her personal stuff on the outside talking to her, like being an audience member watching that, as well as also being a literal like part of her as this needy like vindictive Leah was really, really cool. And I think Mirggles smashed it out of the park. And Faye also, Jesus Christ, Faye, that was
dude
beautiful.
Could you tell I grew up in an abusive household?
Oh man.
Whoa, yeet.
Yeeted.
Oh my god, I'm glad I'm surrounded by people who actually laugh at that rather than the awkward
that
silence.
awkward silence of, oh my god.
Christmas dinner.
Instead, everybody's...
It's Christmas dinner 2009 again.
Would you like some turkey, Faye? What you would, dog?
Oh, Jesus. Oh. Yeah, instead, we erupt into unified trauma laugh. We're all like, so real.
I'm gonna eat so much right after this. So we're gonna eat.
Dude, as soon as she said, can you tell I grew up in an abusive household, I was like, man, I gotta make like steak or something for dinner. Like, I just gotta.
Is McDonald's still open? That's the only thing that gives me joy. I got an A. Someone's sorry. I'm getting McDonald's.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh fuck.
Brad, Don't make that face like yeah.
Yeah, Brad's just been completely normal this entire time.
He's like
it's so well adjusted.
completely, well
I went through
adjusted.
EMDR therapy today.
Hey, bitch, so did I.
It's EMDR, and then just came here and watched Mirggles go through it as well. So
No, we weren't on the pre-show. This is normally the pre-show thing. This is not.
I don't know where I am.
Listen, sign up to the Patreon for a deeper dive into our EMDR adventures.
Next week's just going to be a recording of my EMDR therapy today.
Yeah.
To play as the episode. Actual.
What are you concerned
minutes.
about? Well, this episode of Kingmakers, let me tell you.
But yeah, it was an awesome episode. I mean, I could talk about it forever, but I think instead, I'm gonna say you can find me at twitch.tv/Myre, where we, I don't know what I'm doing nowadays. I don't know, gaming news, that kind of thing. RP sometimes. I don't freaking know.
What a mood.
Check it, don't. But until then, Faye.
No!
Yes.
No. Hi, I'm Phaelin. Totally normal, happy individual. Anyway.
Put that on all your business cards.
Believe it.
Put it on your Twitter bio.
New t-shirts come in.
Oh, fuck. I
Normal
played a...
happy person.
Trauma makers.
Dude, whatever that, just put totally normal happy
Pain
person on a
makers.
t-shirt and sell it.
Yeah.
You know what?
You know?
Maybe,
Designed by
maybe.
humans.phaelin.com. I don't know what you...
Just don't roll inside, you'll be fine.
That's actually so good to have, like, on
That's
the back
another
of the
t-shirt.
shirt.
Don't roll inside.
It's a
Well
cool
adjusted,
shirt.
just
Really
don't
big
roll
print in the
inside and it'll be
brackets.
fine.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Small print.
Yeah.
Print at the very bottom.
Side.
Asterisk. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Anyway, I played Estrella. I play video games. I do voiceover for video games as well. I'm on Table Story on Mondays, also for 100 Club, which is a very different vibe than this, but very awesome.
Yes.
And
It's the sex noises show. Apparently.
The self-control I had just now to not immediately make a sex noise because I recognize that I'm online
Really
and
proud
on a
of you.
thing.
Whack in chat,
Thank
just
you.
writing a secret note over to PB, like, we need to get this bitch off of Table Story, like, right now.
Never.
Like, right now. But yeah, you can find me on all the things as just Phaelin, Phaelin. That's me. And
Sit. He sipped right there.
Epic sip, I can't. Leah.
I can't. All I'm thinking about is the way that Mirggles was like, I'm so desperate for water right now, but I can't sup on this pink nipple.
Say hello.
It's running through my head.
Imagine Jude's all serious and then just suddenly out of the corner of the screen comes this.
I can't. Yeah, I was really gonna actually go in on Jude as Vega. I was gonna like properly destroy her hopes and dreams of love. But then Erifir appeared, and I was like, oh fuck, is this real Erifir? I don't even know. Is this real Erifir? Is this fake Erifir? So I was like, I'm gonna speed this up a bit and try and get her to come with me. So I had to just go like from 0 to 100. So I didn't get to entirely fuck her up. So there's time for that in the future, which makes me happy.
Next time.
Yeah, so thanks for watching. I don't know why I always thank everyone for watching. Every time it's my shout out, I'm like, thanks for watching, guys. But I will
like
be
it.
live soon.
Yes. With more
I'll be
roleplay,
live.
right?
Yeah, I'll do some more RP. Got some new emotes coming, so I'm quite excited about that. But yeah, very cool, very intense episode. And I look forward to seeing where we go in these woods. Very exciting. Find me at twitch.tv/Leah. And there's Susan up at Brad.
Yes. Hello.
Braid.
there.
Cool,
My
Braid.
name's Braid. And
New York City.
York City. I enjoyed this one. This was fun to play around with is he real? Is he not? And then also get to be hated by Leah some more, which is always enjoyable.
I still hate you, though. God, I want to make that the episode title.
It was so good.
Yeah, still hate you.
Yeah.
Leah, not Leah. I was for a second. I wasn't. Oh, okay.
I mean, I feel like Vega should
Also
hate
Leah.
But Leah, yeah, I do hate Brad.
It's really not.
Listen, okay, all right. We can save the world together, but not for nothing. You killed my friend, you know?
I didn't. Okay. Alright, she's alive. She's walking around. She's fine. And I achieved what I wanted to achieve, to be honest. So, like, that's the thing with Erifir. He's like, yeah, this is exactly what I wanted you all to feel like. So he's doing great.
Means justify the ends with Erifir.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I mean, I made this bed, so he just fucking lays in it. It's all good. And it's also fun, you know, just being back and being Erifir and not having all the answers, really. We did roll some stuff off the thing. We were going to try and destroy the forest because my very good pal, my best friend, my homeboy, my rotten soldier, my sweet cheese, my good time boy, JohnnyBlamz wanted me to destroy the entire forest, and I was like, that would be awesome actually if Vega just saved the day by exploding the forest. And me and Leah were like, let's roll to explode the forest, and I was like, you explode the forest and I'll bubble our friends in one of those like Sonic the Hedgehog safety bubbles.
I wanted to come down like crazy about the sky,
that?
And we rolled for it. Like, you didn't see it on the screen, but we did roll for it, and we both finally got fucking successes.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It's the first time I've ever
Within
rolled a
10
success.
of each other too.
Yeah.
It's your new sheet.
No, and it was doubles because I had 14 and he had 28. So
yeah, it was fucking crazy.
Doubles of a different kind. Yeah, sick.
What's crazy about that too is that track that I was using for the old wood has the sound of burning wood in it. And I almost said to you, Jude, that you felt like the woods were on fire, but I didn't want to interrupt the scene. But that would have been,
Dude, that would have been,
it would have been insane, right? Oh,
those weird
crazy
poetic
shit.
things that happen in roleplay. It's always the weirdest thing. It makes me feel like we're in a simulation in real life.
Yep.
And that's a safe place to be. So, literally had EMDR today, guys.
totally normal, very happy human.
I can't believe that I do therapy on Thursdays and then immediately have to come in and be on this show, and it's just the worst stuff.
Tuesday.
It's
Tuesday today. Yeah, it's a Tuesday.
What did I say? Did I not say today?
You said Thursday.
That's all right.
That's exactly proving my point.
Yep.
I'm also on new medication, so it's a triple whammy.
Oh my god.
Unbelievable. I'm going to walk away from this call and think that I'm really Erifir for the rest of my life.
This is for real the last show Brad is ever on of mine.
Yep.
He hates me.
Because from now on, I'm going to think I'm a wizard and I'm going to be outside in my pants screaming.
Wingardium Leviosa! Don't do that! Oh no, don't yell at me inside in your pants.
Where's Razra?
Please don't be crazy out there. Nobody finds that attractive.
So yeah, I missed Drac and I missed Johnny as well today. So I hope they come back one day. Yeah.
Next week. They'll be back next week. But yes,
that's it.
thank you so much for watching. I'm not going to shout us out because we've been talking for a while, but thank you so much for watching. We have 2 trailers that we're going to show, and then stick around for the post-credits thing, maybe. Maybe there's a thing. Maybe there isn't. Who knows? There is. Okay, bye.